What's going on YouTube? Blazeshadowthorn here, coming back at you with another RU match against Will. This was kind of like a laid-back, kind of chill battle. I'm using the same RU team as I did the last RU battle I had against Jigsaw. I'm saying this is laid back just because the guy I'm battling, I actually genned his team before we battled because apparently he didn't have an RU team ready, and he's just like, yo, you can gen, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, can you gen me this team real quick? I'm like, I don't gen teams for opponents because that gives me an unfair advantage because I know their sets, I know their IVs, so I can bring stuff in and completely counter it. Like, for example, I knew from the beginning that he had a Shell Smash, well, obviously it was a Shell Smash, Almost Star, but that his Metacham was Choice Scarfed, so I can easily play around that this entire game. I actually don't because I forgot. But, I mean, it's good information. If you know your opponent's sets and you know your opponent's held items, you can play around it so easily. So I'm not going to say this is an uber competitive game because it's not, but it was still fun and it was still worth uploading just because that Almost Star has the potential to completely destroy my team, even though I know his sets. If he sets up a Shell Smash for free, I literally lose. I literally lose because a +2 Ice Beam decimates my soul. It completely destroys everything I have. So anyways, I'm going to go for a Crunch, and it turns out that he's color change instead of Protean, like he wanted. And then I went back and I double checked, and it turns out that he didn't specify that he wanted Protean. So I actually genned it correctly, he just put it in there. So that's kind of funny that he wasn't Protean. But yeah, no, I end up going for another Crunch. I get a defense drop, which the defense drop does not matter whatsoever. I honestly should have EQ'd at that point in time. I was just like not thinking. I was like, nah, let's just do this fun stuff. Nah. I should have realized that it was color change, but I wasn't paying attention either. I figured it was Protean just like the rest, but it wasn't. And I paid the price for that by taking a lot of unnecessary damage with Shadowthorn. But he ends up dying off to Life Warp Recoil, so I don't have to worry about this Kecleon anymore. I go for another Crunch, but obviously it failed because there was no target. So now he's going to go out into Lord Helix, and I'm like, ooh, that's not good. That is not the good. I can't afford to let this thing set up in my face, because I know that if he sets up in my face, I straight lose. So I end up going for an EQ, trying to break that thing's Sash, because I know it has a Sash. So I go out into Woe, which is my only counter to this thing. I need to scare this thing out, because if I let it set up a Shell Smash for free, I lose. I straight lose. So I end up going for a Spore because I knew the switch out was painfully obvious, and I wanted to go for a Sludge Bomb with all my heart. But again, I couldn't risk that things like for me to over predict. He sets up a Shell Smash, and I straight lose the game. So I couldn't let that happen. So I ended up going for the Spore. And this Zippo is gonna Mega Evolve. He's gonna become Mega Bayonet, but I know he's gonna stay asleep for at least one turn, which is all I need to know. So he stays asleep. I just want to get damage off on this Bayonet at this point in time. So I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb, which is my strongest attack. I didn't really feel a need to go for Giga Drain just because Giga Drain was weaker. And then I realized that, you know, Ghost resists poison, or Ghost Dark resists poison. I don't know. But it wasn't very effective. And I was like, well, knowing my luck, he's going to wake up at this point in time and he's going to kill me off. So I'm going to switch out into X-Cloud. Predicting like a Shadow Ball maybe, or Will-O-Wisp or something. I don't really know. He ends up going for a Will-O-Wisp, so I'm like, alright, that's cool. I don't need X-Cloud for anything. X-Cloud is a free switch in with his Virizion. It is also a free switch in with his Lord Helix, his Almost Star. And I don't want either of which to happen, so I feel relatively safe just firing off a Boom Burst. I know he's going to debond because he has no reason not to debond at this point in time, pick up a free kill. So I do feel relatively safe sacking off my X-Cloud to take out his Mega Bayonet, which better him to take out my X-Cloud than something I really need like my my Amoonguss, for example. I know he's going to go out into his Almost Star because if he gets again, I keep on repeating this, but I cannot stress this enough. If he gets up a free Shell Smash, I lose the game. So now he's going to go out into Top Kek, which is his Virizion. Again, I go for the Spore. Incredibly predictable, but I cannot let this thing set up a Shell Smash. So I end up switching out right here, and I go out into my Delphox because I figured Delphox was going to be a pretty safe switch in. I know he's his Calm Mind set, so long as I can beat his Calm Mind 1v1, I have Psyshock on my Virizion, so long as I, you know, keep him in check almost, and he doesn't inflict too much damage on me, I should be good, because Delphox beats Virizion 1v1 no matter what set it is. I'm going to set up a sub here because I pretty much know he can't really touch me for much of anything. Like, most Virizion sets don't run something that can touch a Delphox. Like, the random hidden power water or ground, they don't really carry that. And they don't really have any other moves they get. I don't think, or from what I remember, they can't touch Delphox. So I did feel relatively safe setting up a sub. He's going to set up a Calm Mind on me. I'm going to Psyshock because, I mean, why not? It hits him on the physical side. He's going to be setting up Calm Minds. I want to hit him where he's weakest. And plus, now that I'm behind a sub, I can get a free hit off of anything he wants to go for. Like, again, if he brings back in that Almost Star, I get a free hit off on him. Even though he does set up a Shell Smash, I do get that free hit off. So that is what I need. Most of all in my life. I need damage off on that Almost Star because I don't like it. I don't like it. So he's gonna continually set up some Calm Minds in his face. I guess in my face. I mean, I don't really care because I'm gonna go for a Psyshock. It doesn't knock him out, which is a little unfortunate, which tells me that he's max HP or max defense as well, which kind of makes sense if he's gonna be a Calm Mind set. But he's gonna go for a Giga Drain that actually is going to be able to knock out my sub, which I didn't see that coming. But I guess he is at +2 special attack, so I guess it kind of makes sense that it would knock out my sub. But still, I'm a little upset, I'm not going to lie. But at least he's at range where another Psyshock will be able to knock him out, so I'm like, yeah, boys. Picking up the kills left and right, knocking out the threats, which Virizion honestly wasn't that big of a threat, but still. Knocking out the threats. So I know he's going to Shell Smash here. I actually make an incredibly risky play by going for Will-O-Wisp. In all honesty, I should have Psyshocked for damage just to assuredly break that sash, because if I would have missed Will-O-Wisp, I would have straight lost the game at this point in time. But he's going to set up a Shell Smash, and that is incredibly scary to me, because if he sets up one more Shell Smash, I straight lose the game. Like 2 Shell Smashes, because I ran a calc, and on my Amoonguss spread, I can live one hit, one Ice Beam with my spread that I have. So if he set up 2 Shell Smashes, I guess he was fearing like Grass Knot or something like that. But he honestly should have Shell Smashed twice, in my opinion. But I guess he figured 1 Shell Smash would have been enough for a sweep. Anyways, Giga Drain's assured. A guaranteed Oko. Ice Beam does like 81 to 92% on my spread. The only thing that would have mattered if he crit me or he froze me, neither of which happened. I'm able to Giga Drain, knock out the threat. And at that point in time, I'm relaxing. I'm like, okay, I just knocked out the only thing on his team that possibly remotely posed a threat to me. He did set up a Shell Smash, but I was able to deal with it. I was able to contain the situation and knock him out, which is good. He's gonna go now out into his Medicham. I'm gonna switch out because obviously I don't want to stay in here. I'm gonna have a perfect counter in my wanna fight my Gramble, because bulky Gramble is not really bulky, just like max HP Gramble just tanks physical hits like it's nobody's business because of the Intimidate. And it hits pretty hard too, especially if you put in max attack on it. So looking at that, he just ate up that Zen Headbutt. And unless he gets like a max roll on his next Zen Headbutt, he shouldn't be able to knock me out, which is why he's going to switch here into Mustachio, which is his Jellicent. As I'm just going to click Play Rough because I see no reason not to. I get a good chunk of damage off, but unfortunately for me, my Play Rough does get disabled. And because my Play Rough got disabled, I really have nothing left to hit him with, because I think my only other attacking move is like Fire Punch. I can't honestly remember my spread. I think I might have Yawn and the Thunder Wave. I know I have Thunder Wave, Play Rough, probably like Ice, Fire Punch, something else. I don't really know. But I'm gonna go out in my Amoonguss because I need something to absorb Will-O-Wisp, Scald, Shadow Ball, whatever we wanted to go for. Most likely a Will-O-Wisp or a Scald. And Amoonguss can sponge both those hits. Amoonguss, I don't really care about Amoonguss as much anymore, just because its main job was to check and destroy that that Almost Star, which is exactly what happened. I'm gonna spore that the Jellicent just because I don't want that thing to wake up, and I want to 3-hit KO it with Giga Drain, because killing off this Jellicent would be very beneficial to me, and it's incredibly bulky. It's a bulky mon that I don't really like. So that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing these next couple turns. I'm just going to be Giga Draining it, hoping he doesn't wake up in 2 turns. If I get the max sleep roll, I will be able to knock him out with 2 more Giga Drains, which would make me very happy. Which would make me very, very happy. So we get recoveries, and then he wakes up and he's gonna Shadow Ball me, which I am incredibly thankful that he decided to Shadow Ball me and not go for the recover, because if he would have recovered, I would have cried so badly, because I mean, in the end, I would have won the stall war, but it would have taken a long time for the stall war to end. Like, it would have probably taken like 20 turns of stall, which I'm incredibly thankful that he decided to be the bigger man and not decide to like take his chances with that recover game. I ended up going for the Sword because I figured he would play that recover game, and I didn't want to just Giga Drain for the kill and then end up not having a kill. So the safest play was to click Spore. The aggressive play would have been to click Giga Drain. I went with the safer play because most people like to stall it out, I figured. But not this guy. I gotta give him mad props. But he lives the Giga Drain. I'm like, come on, just let this Jellicent die for once in your life. And on top of that, Giga Drain gets disabled. I'm like, come on, just let this stupid thing die already. Good lord, I don't need this in my life. But unfortunately for me, he does get the 2-turn sleep, which means my Sledge Bomb will be able to knock him out. I'm not entirely sure if he would have recovered at that point in time, but I didn't want to play that, risk that chance. And it was the Jellicent is now dead, which I'm like, yes! It only took me like 10 billion, jillion, quadrillion turns to do, but it is done, at least. But now I'm going to switch out because, I mean, I wanted to end this like I ended the last battle with Forgotten, the Mega Steelix. And that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to end up Zen headbutting me. I would have won the game regardless just because, again, this thing's scarfed, which I completely forgot about until he goes for the next Zen headbutt here. I'm like, why didn't you Drain Punch? I'm like, oh, right, you are Choice Scarfed. So, I mean, he really couldn't have touched me regardless, because if he would have locked himself into Drain Punch or High Jump Kick, Mungus would have won me the game. If he locked himself into Zen Headbutt, which is what he did, Steelix wins me the game. Anyways, I decided to end this with a bang, like I did last game, with the explosion of my Mega Steelix. Once again, taking the show, taking the star. That's what, he will not be forgotten, Mega Steelix. I completely didn't know where I was going with that. I did not know, but we'll just end it with Mega Steelix will not be forgotten. But anyways, that's another RU game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and a comment, and I will see you all next time. Bye.